Meet Shay, who is vocal, clingy, and needy. Oki is friendly, well-mannered, and lovable. Lexi is energetic, playful, and bossy. There's lots of kitties to choose from. A viewer asked Ashley, why don't we show more small dogs? Plus, Dog Alley on Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
Oh, she takes it so gentle. She's like, what is that thing you're putting on? This little lady is Shay. I would put her, yes ma'am, I would put her at about, okay, I would put her at about maybe 4 or 5 years old. I'm not sure what our med staff actually aged her at. She is very clingy, very needy, very loving, wanting pretty much constant attention. Hi. She does well in our kennels. Like, she'll vocalize and whine and cry because she wants attention, but she does okay in the kennel. She doesn't rip up blankets, doesn't rip up toys. But when she's left alone, it really needs to be in a safe location. So we actually have witnessed her trying to break out of our outside kennels, and she's like rubbed her nose and like hurt her gums trying to rip at fencing. So just know that if you're going to take her home, if you have a fenced-in yard, don't leave her alone for extended periods of time. And that, again, that's just how she's behaving here. It doesn't mean she's going to be that way forever when she's in a home with people that she loves and trusts. But it's definitely a behavior we've seen here. It's pretty severe enough that she'll hurt herself. So I think she needs some people that are going to be either home most of the time or can take her with them wherever they go most of the time. Or keep her in a very safe place, a safe room where she can't get into anything and hurt herself. As you'll see in the clips, she's extremely sweet. I mean, I can't get enough of this girl, honestly. She makes so many funny noises. She's hardly ever quiet, whether it's just little piggy noises or whines and cries. When I'm working my way down the line doing feedings in the morning and in the evenings, everyone else is just kind of barking and doing their normal stuff, and she's the only one making like whimpering baby noises is the only way I can describe it. It's absolutely adorable. So I know there's people out there that are just going to fall in love with her and want her in their homes. So I hope that it happens quickly, because she definitely is not happy here. She needs to be with someone. She's going to want to sleep in bed with you, watch movies with you, go on walks with you, pretty much anything that she can do with you. I can see her being the type to like sit outside the shower while you're showering. Like, she just wants to be around you. So if you're looking for like a buddy, a best friend, I think she'd do great. Because of her build and her age, she's not super athletic. So I think she could be an okay like apartment dog. If you have an apartment or a very small yard and you're just planning on like walking your dog out to go potty, I think she'd be fine with that. Obviously, I still recommend some playtime and some walks, but she doesn't need anything super extreme. She is very smart. She does know the sit command, but that's about it. As far as on leash already though, she walks really well. She likes to say hi to everybody. She seems good with other dogs, so I definitely would be willing to do some dog meet and greets for her. And I also think that maybe another dog in the home would help ease that separation anxiety that she seems to have. I have no concerns about little kids, honestly. Again, kind of the more people in the home, the better, because more people to give her attention. So yeah, I would love to see her get out of here as soon as possible. And same with kitties. I don't think she'd have a problem with kitties. If anything, maybe they'd be her friend. So I hope someone puts in an application for her soon. You're supposed to bring the beer. I'm under attack. Crunchy tree. Sit. literally so much slobber on my pants now. Oh, little girl. What am I doing? Good girl. Look at your ears. You're so cute. Right? Get it. Get it. Get it. Bring it back. No. Go steps. Come on. Come on in. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Sit. Good girl. So proud of you. Oh, you go bye-bye. You were leaving? You didn't like that? Not a fan of heights? That's okay. Ready? Can't catch it. Sit. Good girl. I love this girl. Oh, yes. Hi. Hi. How old are you? How's your teeth first? Oh, they're a little beat up. Little beat up.
Does she look like she flosses?
Not quite. You good, Gary? Ah! What are you doing? See noise. Is that all you got for us? You tired? I'm tired after all that. Oh. She likes a good back scratch, that's for
Who
sure.
doesn't?
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go towards Bob. Ready? Ready? Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. There you go. Come. So our boy Okie, he's a little bit on the older side. I'm sure you can see some of the white on his muzzle when you get a close-up on him. He is probably about 6 years old. He actually was an owner surrender, so we do have a little bit of information on him. He was only surrendered just because they just had too many dogs in the house. It was just getting too crazy for them. And since he is already fixed, he was up to date on his vaccines and everything, we decided to take him in. As you can see, he is also pretty underweight. The people that surrendered him claim that he just didn't eat, he just wasn't a big eater. He did have a pretty severe flea infection when we found him too, so that definitely could play a role in this. We've been giving him as much food as he can stomach. He is slowly gaining, but it's not, there's definitely still some work to be done. It's not where we want him to be yet. He has only been with us for a few weeks at this point, so I'm not too concerned just yet. Otherwise, he checks out as far as medically. He's all good to go. He is heartworm negative, Lyme negative, all that kind of stuff. So really, he just needs to probably find a food that he really likes and then eat as much of it as possible. He is a little bit picky, I will say. Like, he's not the best eater.
Doesn't like hard food.
Right, he has to have like wet mixed in and stuff like that. So when the people in the previous home say he didn't eat, I think that all their other dogs might have just got to the food first, and he just didn't because he's kind of picky and was like, whatever, let them eat it.
Sheep dog food.
Yeah, he's not gonna fight for it or anything. So yeah, we just give him plenty of wet food with a good, we're trying to give him high calorie food right now. Puppy food could work really well for him too. And we'll get him there. Well, hopefully not us, hopefully an adopter gets him there. That would be our advice to an adopter. But honestly, Okie won me over so fast because he is just a great dog. He's a great family dog. I could see him fitting in pretty much any home. Because he's older and a little lower energy, he could go to an older family, an older couple, a single person who doesn't have too much time for a dog but still wants one in their home. He could also go to a young family with a bunch of kids that has a busy lifestyle but still wants a dog at home to play with and have fun with. He's good with cats, he's good with kids, he's good with other dogs. I would say he does not want a playmate that's gonna be a roughhouser though. I think he'd want another like just chill, hang out kind of dog, which is what his dogs were like in his previous home. He just won me over. I love him. He's really well mannered. He walks great on the leash. He does know sit and lay down. He is housebroken, so that is a huge plus for a lot of people I know. Again, I actually do think he'd make a great apartment dog because he's not very needy. He doesn't need too much activity. And yeah, he's just another super great one that I want to see get out of here really quickly. This is a good boy. You don't like the crunchy ones? Okay. I give you soft ones. No! Look at that handsome face.
Bless you.
Come here, we gotta show him your skills. Yes. That's a soft one. You should like it. You know shake. You know down. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, don't put it in the sand. Where is it? Oh. This has quite a bit of sand on it now. You're gonna eat it anyway, I guess. Ugh. You, Okie, you.
So he
gross.
wouldn't eat it. He spits it out, but when
He
it's got some
wouldn't-
sand on it,
He wouldn't eat
Oh,
the hard treats, but a soft treat with sand apparently is acceptable.
could his teeth hurt?
Sit. No. Hey. Sit. It's okay. You like that spot too. You like that spot too. Miss Lexi here, not so little, definitely not little in her personality either. She is a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum as the rest of the dogs we've met today. Much higher energy, definitely needs very strict training, needs crated when you leave home. She is a hoot. I mean, it's very sweet, very loving, just very typical puppy. I would say she's definitely under a year, maybe 8 or 9 months. So I got the mouthiness. She's gonna rip up toys, especially stuffed ones. But I mean, she doesn't know any better. She's just still young. Because of the mouthiness, I would put her, ow! I would put her in a home with a little bit older kids, maybe teenager and above, or even a little younger if they have experience with crazy young dogs.
Like 13, 14?
Yeah. So far from what I've seen, she probably is good with other dogs. She just comes off as a lot. She's gonna be a roughhouser. She's gonna be crazy. So if you've got maybe you have a 3-4-year-old dog that kind of already has that personality too, they could be a good little pairing. But I would not put her with any seniors or super small dogs or anything like that. She actually was in a foster home with us for a little bit, so we know a little bit more about her than the average dog here. And they had no complaints about her. They absolutely loved her to death. Their life just got a little bit too crazy, so they ended up bringing her back, and now she is like fully available for adoption. Yeah, she's just a crazy puppy, honestly. A puppy in a bigger dog body. She needs some training. She needs some love. I think she's gonna be a great dog. I can see it. She has it in her. She's got the brains for it. She just needs, you know, a patient owner to take care of her. As far as kitties, I could see her being the type to chase a cat. She just has so much energy. She's gonna want to just bolt. So do with that what you will. If you've got a cat that you know stands up to dogs, great. If you've got scaredy cats who aren't gonna lay down the law, then, you know, you might not have such a happy home with that. But I think she's gonna be all right. She just needs somebody to take a chance on her.
Well, you got a lot of energy like that, and you're cramped in one of those cages for 22 hours a day or whatever, then when you get out, you are going to go crazy.
Right,
but if you're out a lot, because you're in a home, or you can run up the stairs and down the stairs.
The people that were fostering her did not complain about her energy level. So I have a feeling that a lot of the way she's behaving is because she's here. But if she were in a home where she had more people to play with her and got more time outside, did all that kind of stuff, I think she'd be just fine. You're boring the audience.
Yes.
You're not doing nothing.
Before I turned the camera on, she had a top hat on and a cane. Was doing some soft shoe.
Come here.
There we go.
Yeah, good girl. Good girl. No. Here. Supposed to bring it back. Here. Sit. Ow. Off my knuckles. Sit. No. You know, down. Down, not away. You're supposed to put your butt down too. Sit. Down. Almost. Almost. Come here. Oh. Up. 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 Supposed to use the steps. I was literally trying to get you to come this way. Figure it out. Come on. Come on. Get butt up here. There you go. Good girl. It's okay. You're okay. Okay. I'm trying to give you the treat as your reward for that. You did it. Come on. Come on. I put it right there. It's right there. Are you okay? Honey. Here. Hey. You're crazy. Here. Sit. Lost it. Ah.
Some other lucky doggy's gonna get that.
Yeah, right? Here. Oh, she downed it. She downed it. Here. Sit. Here. Sit. Here, take it. She is something else, you guys. Let me tell you.
Welcome to Ask Ashley, and we have a question from a viewer today, correct?
Yes. So a gentleman named Randy emailed me and he asked me, why we never feature small dogs in the videos that we post.
It's because we have something against them, correct?
Yes, I don't like little dogs.
Yeah,
I don't like the yippiness.
So-
they drive
so
me
we
crazy.
just-
No.
No, they're fine.
Absolutely
Let's get
kidding.
some love over here by this kitty cat while we're
I
doing
see
this.
that.
Yeah. He's off camera, but he likes me.
Yes, so we're filming and giving cats love at the same time.
It's
All right.
multitasking.
Yes.
Okay. So what did Randy ask about? Small dogs.
Yes, he asked why I don't feature small dogs, and I said that's actually a really good question. The easiest answer is they just get adopted so quickly. They don't need to be featured on Pick a Pet because by the time their stray hold is up, which is 3 days, they have someone lined up who wants to adopt them. For example, we just had that happen literally today. There was a dog that
Was that a little black
the
one?
little one
Yeah.
was left in our outside kennels. I'm pretty sure that was just on Sunday or Monday, and he went home with a foster today. So it just happened so quickly that they never really need to be featured. If you go back though, I remember, I think there was a
Bean
Bean was featured, but
your dog. Well,
he,
your dog. Ashley abandoned
was-
her dog.
there was a couple, I believe it was around Christmas time last year. Do you remember Buttercup?
Yeah.
And someone else. Buttercup was a little blonde Dachshund mix. She got featured. I'm pretty sure Pigeon got featured. He was one of my favorite little dogs. He had an eye issue. So we definitely have featured small dogs in the past.
A lot more, for some reason, I think during the winter when we're out in the trailer.
Yes, we like the small dogs then.
Yeah, it's
'Cause they
easier to
fit
handle
out there.
the little confines
Yes.
of the trailer.
Yes. But the number one reason is because they just find home so much quicker. I described to him in the email that the average length of stay for our small dogs is probably about a week. Like they go so fast. People like and want small dogs. I get it. But our bigger dogs, on average, is about a month. Some are here even longer. We have ones here right now that have been here over a year. So those are the ones that need to get featured so that more people see them. And hopefully they get adopted. I mean, these videos are doing great. I know a lot of people watch them, and I think it works out in our favor to feature the ones that really need it.
If you got a question, you can email Ashley at ASTEED, that's ASTEED, at ACAPL.org. You're talking about, this is something I wanted to mention from the last time that I was here. I usually, after I do some running of the dogs up to Route 20. And I hadn't taken McCoy for a while. McCoy is not a small dog. He's a huge dog. But
He's our biggest dog.
He is big, but he is so nice and he is so smart. I think I mentioned that when we had the at Brant's, the Canine Carnival,
Yeah.
that he saw me and he was all excited to see me. He's got his own little, almost like a little condo. You got at least two cages together.
Two kennels
Two
together.
kennels
yeah.
together, so he's got a
We
little bit
made him
more
a
room.
custom room.
But he's a little big, so he might be a little bit, for some people, they may be a little bit anxious about him. But he is very nice. If you just pet him, you just spend a few minutes with him. He's been there forever. So even before we were going to have this discussion about small dogs and big dogs, yeah, he's way at the end of the kettle. If you kettle. Yeah, kennel, not kettle. That's for tea. But just consider him if you're going to come in and get a dog. If you don't mind getting a little bit bigger dog, you might. This is a little bit bigger dog, but there's absolutely nothing scary about him. He's very smart. So
The biggest thing is, I ask people this all the time, is take into consideration what kennel staff is saying. We know these dogs. Oh, you have a friend there, I see.
yeah, all of a sudden I thought somebody was beside me. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
fine. So take into consideration what kennel staff has to say. Come here with an open mind. We have some big dogs that are very chill, low energy, don't need much from you. And we have some little dogs that are insane and need a ton of training and need constant attention. So we really like it when people come to us and maybe they have a few ideas of who they want to see, but they more care about personality and matching their lifestyle. That's the biggest thing to having success with a dog in your home, is that they match your lifestyle. We just had an adoption yesterday where an older woman came in looking for a dog. She brought her family with her. Her family was insistent that she take home a small dog because she's older and she can't really walk the dog and everything. We said, that's fine. We let her meet the one small dog we had, but he was young and he has high energy and he's crazy. And she said, that's too much for me. So then she met a little bit bigger dog, Bubba's, if you remember him from last week that you were here. But he's about 10, 12. He's super chill. He don't need nothing. He wants to cuddle up on the couch and sleep. And that's what she was looking for. So they ended up being a perfect match. So I never would. You wouldn't think when you saw her, you wouldn't think she'd go home with a bigger dog. But it's the personalities that match, and that's what's most important. So give us a shout out. Give us a listen. You know, we know these guys as best as we can, and we're going to help match them to you. And it can be the same with cats, too. If you have a question, if you know the kind of cat you're looking for, ask staff who they think would be a good match for you, because cats have a lot of variety in their personality, too.
Okay.
Thank you. So this beauty is Meredith. She is a stunning black kitty little female that we have here at the shelter right now. She came into us from an overcrowding situation. So the gentleman reached out to us and explained that he just, you know, it was one of those, started with a couple kitties and ended up with more than a couple, too many in one home. So he worked with us. We slowly got them all, you know, either trapped or put into carriers and brought in, not all on the same day. We did it slow and steady, and got them all fixed very quickly. And they're all so sweet. Sometimes cats that come from overcrowding and hoarding situations are not the friendliest. It takes them a while to adjust to being in such a small space. It's funny because they come from a home where there's so many cats that they can't have had that much space to begin with, and it's not clean, and it's, you know, not the safest for them. Then they come here and it's clean and it's safe, and they still aren't happy because they're cramped in such a small space.
When you say trapped, were they trapped in the house or outside?
So if they're like indoor, outdoor, sometimes we have to set a trap just to contain them, then go pick them up. But all of them are super duper sweet. I believe they all got like, some of them got like Gilmore Girl names and stuff. And Meredith here is one of them. She's great. She's so sweet. I think Meredith was actually her name from the owner, so we just decided to keep it. Super sweetie, on the younger side. Still really small, and he has to do some growing. But yeah, our cat living room is full of awesome adult cats right now. Normally I talk about the kittens a lot, but we have a lot of really great adult cats too, especially from that home specifically. So we would love to see them get homes, because there's more that we need to take in, you know? My friend in here, this is Minnie. He is on the shy side. But I do think that a lot of that is because he was previously mostly an outdoor cat. Very friendly, very loving, but he lived in a junkyard. Sure. And finally the people there were like, you know, the junkyard's not super safe. There are wild dogs and other wild animals that, you know, nobody wanted him to get hurt. So they reached out to us and we were willing to take him in. And overall he's been good. That this is pretty much what he does. He either hides in a box. Now we have this little, like, it's a litter box set up with a nice blankie in there, and he mostly just sleeps a lot of the time. He is definitely on the older side. I'm not so sure how he feels about other kitties. Maybe he'd be okay with one that, like, they kind of kept their distance. He didn't really have to interact with them all that much, but I don't think he'd really want to playmate. Like I said, he's on the older side. He's super chill. But I think once he gets into a home where he realizes he has more room, he'll really come out of his shell. And he does have a few favorite volunteers and staff members here that he comes out and loves on and all that stuff. But for the rest of us, like, he'll be nice if we're giving him treats or giving him food, but he's not like a cuddle bug. He's not the most loving kitty ever.
He doesn't want to come out and play checkers or something.
Right, nothing like that. But I think that he's a slow and steady wins the race with him. The more time you offer and the more time you spend with him and more treats you give, the better chance you're going to have to become his friend. So I think if someone's willing to take on a little more of a challenge of a cat, a little more shy cat, he's one that we would love to see get out of here.
walking the dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog